Dear students, in last video we have completed the chapter application of derivative. Okay, now in this video we are going to start the new chapter, that is indefinite integration. Students, this is the topic of integration. In integration there are two topics, that is indefinite integration and definite integration. So in this chapter we will study indefinite integral and their elementary properties, including the method of integrations. The name integral calculus has its origin in the process of summation, because the word to integrate means to find out the sum of. So student, first let us see what is mean by integration. Suppose we have f of x is any function, then we know that the differentiation of f of x is f dash of x. Suppose we consider f dash of x is equal to g of x. Then integration of f dash of x with respect to x is f of x. And here f of x is also called as the primitive of f dash of x or g of x. Okay students, so according to this clearly means that the integration is nothing but the antiderivative. Okay, for example, as I explain you, that is if we have the function f of x and differentiation of f of x is f dash of x. Differentiation of f of x equal to f dash of x. Suppose. Okay. And now suppose we have considered f dash of x equal to g of x. Then integration of this g of x with respect to x is f of x. Okay. And hence this f of x is called as the primitive of f dash of x, or that is called as the primitive of f dash of x, and that is also the antiderivative. Why? Because students, we know that suppose for example derivative of sine of x. Derivative of sine of x with respect to x is cos x. And if we take the integration of this cos x, that is integration of cos of x with respect to x is sin x. Hence this is the antiderivative. Hence this is the antiderivative. That means integration is nothing but the antiderivative. That means here whatever we do to find derivative of function, then exactly opposite to do it is done in finding out the integration. That means also suppose take another example. Students, the derivative of x raised to n formula. You know derivative of x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. Okay students, this is the formula for derivative. And see here its formula for integration. That is integration of x raised to n with respect to x. The function is same, that is x raised to n. Here we have found out its derivative and now we are going to find out its integration. X raised to n with respect to x, the integration is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. This is the integration of the function and this is the differentiation of the function. Okay students, so here in case of derivative we have multiplied with n. We have multiplied with n, and in case of integration we have divided by n plus 1. We have divided by n plus 1. Okay. And in case of its index, means x raised to n plus 1, here the index of the given function in derivative, index is decreased by 1. See here the index is n, decreased by 1, that is n minus 1. And in case of integration the index is increased by 1. index is increased by 1. Okay students, this is the antiderivative process, means whatever we do in derivative, exactly the opposite process we are doing in the case of integration. Okay, from the example now you can understand betterly. Okay, now the integration, suppose f of x is any function and its derivative is f dash of x. Suppose we have considered it is g of x. Then when we find out integration of g of x with respect to x, that is equal to f of x plus c, where this c is known as the constant of integration. Okay, where c is the arbitrary constant. That means here there are some details, like we have to add constant of integration. This c is the constant of integration here. Okay, when we find out integration, we write as the integration plus constant of integration. That is, suppose integration of sine of x with respect to x equal to minus cos of x plus constant of integration c. This constant of integration c, here c is any arbitrary constant and it is known as the constant of integration. Okay, why this constant of integration is added? Why this constant of integration we have added here? Suppose students, we have the function f of x. Suppose we have the function f of x equal to sine of x. Okay, suppose f of x equal to sine of x, then f dash of x equal to differentiation of sine x. Differentiation of sine of x with respect to x is cos x. Okay, this is the differentiation of given function. Now let us find out integration. Let us find out the integration of f dash of x according to the definition of integration. According to the definition of integration, I have just explained you the definition of integration, and according to this definition of integration, now integration of f dash of x, with respect to x is f of x. This is the definition of integration. Okay students, so here according to this definition, now integration of this cos x, that is integration of f dash of x, that is cos x with respect to x, and that is equals to sine of x. Now suppose this is 1. Okay, and integration of this cos x is sine x. Okay, and here f dash of x equal to cos x. Now again let us find out the another example. That is, now we have f of x equal to okay students, suppose for example, suppose this is first case. Now in another example, consider f of x equal to, suppose, sin x plus 4. Okay, and now its derivative, that is f dash of x. Differentiation of f dash of x is differentiation of sin x plus 4 with respect to x, and that is differentiation of sin x is cos x plus differentiation of 4 is 0. That means here f dash of x equal to cos x. Okay students, now let us find out its integration according to the definition of integration. What is the definition? That is, integration of f dash of x with respect to x is the original function, that is f of x. So here let us find out the integration. What is f dash of x? F dash of x is this cos x. Okay students, so integration of cos of x with respect to x is sin x. But what is our function? Actually, according to the definition of integration, according to the definition of integration, integration of f dash of x is f of x. And now in this case, in case of this example, that is sin x plus 4, if we find out integration of this cos x, it is only sin x, but actual the original function is, see here, the original function is, that is sin x plus 4. Okay students, so here this 4 is missing, means the 4 is not in the integration. We have find out the integration, but here only the sin x and the 4 is not there, and that means the 4 is not appear in this answer. Our answer 4 is not appear, only sin of x is there, and hence the answer is incomplete. So in order to accommodate the constant, we add the c. Okay students, here the original function is sin x plus 4. Its differentiation is cos x, and when we find out the integration of this cos x, we get only sin x. But actual function is sin x plus 4, means here in our answer that 4 is not appear in our answer, and to accommodate this we add here the constant of integration c. We add here the constant of integration c, means cos integration of the function f of x dx, means f of x with respect to x, or integration of f dash of x with respect to x is f of x plus c, where c is the constant of integration. And like in this case, to accommodate to disappear answer, or to get the answer clearly, we add here c, which is the constant of integration. Okay, and that means because we never know that there was a constant in original function, and hence this constant of integration takes care of the constant, if any, in the original function. Like this I have already explained the example. Okay students, and if there is no constant in original function, the value of constant integration c is 0. Okay, and hence the integration of f dash of x with respect to x equal to f of x plus c, where c is constant of integration. And in this way, why the constant of integration is in integration, why this constant is there, I have explained by taking the examples. Okay students, now let us see some that is the formulae for the integration. Okay, which are the basic formulae of integration? Let us see that. These formulae we have to learn. Okay, and by using this we have to solve the problems. Students, first let us see the list of the formulae for integration. That is, integration of a raised to x with respect to x is a raised to x upon log of a plus constant of integration c. Students, you know that is differentiation of a raised to x with respect to x is a raised to x log of a, and hence integration of a raised to x is a raised to x upon log of a plus constant of integration c. For different values of c, we can find out the different curves. Just I have explained. Integration of e raised to x with respect to x is e raised to x plus constant of integration, since the derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. The next formula, that is formula number 3. Integration of cos of x with respect to x equal to sin of x plus constant of integration c, because differentiation of sin of x with respect to x is cos of x, and we take the integration of cos of x, that is sin of x. Hence it is also known as the primitive. The integration is also known as the primitive. Okay, similarly the formula number 4, integration of sine of x with respect to x is minus cos of x, because differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. Similarly, integration of sec square of x equal to tan of x, because differentiation of tan of x is sec square of x. Similarly, integration of cosec square x is minus cot x, because differentiation of cot of x is minus cosec square x. Now integration of sec x into tan x. The next formula is integration of cosec x into cot x dx is minus cosec x plus constant of integration c, because the derivative of cosec x is minus cosec x into cot x. Similarly, integration of 1 upon x with respect to x is log of x, because differentiation of log of x is 1 upon x. And the last formula for integration is x raised to n with respect to x. Integration of x raised to n with respect to x is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus constant of integration c. Okay students, these are the basic formulae for the integration. And before going to solve the problems, first you have to learn the formulae compulsory, then and then you can solve the problems. Okay? And also you have to remember one thing. Now suppose the integration of f of x with respect to x is g of x plus constant of integration c. Then integration of f of ax plus b is also g of ax plus b. But see students, here this ax plus b is again differentiable function, and that's why differentiation of ax plus b, we know that the differentiation of ax plus b is a, because a is constant, differentiation of x with respect to x is 1 and differentiation of b is constant. Okay, so here ax plus b is differentiable function and its differentiation is a. Okay, and when we solve the problems related to differentiation, we multiply into this differentiation, but in integration, in derivative we multiply the value, but in integration, suppose here ax plus b is differentiable function and its differentiation is a, in integration divide it by a, g of ax plus b upon a. Okay, that means integration of f of ax plus b with respect to x is g of ax plus b into differentiation of ax upon differentiation of ax plus b upon differentiation of ax plus b with respect to x. Okay students, now suppose for example see, suppose you know that integration of sine of x with respect to x is cos x minus cos x plus constant of integration c. Okay, and now suppose sine of 3x plus 4 is the function that we have to integrate. The integration of sine of x is minus cos x. See, therefore the integration of sine of 3x plus 4 is minus cos of 3x plus 4. But students, this 3x plus 4 is again differentiable function and its differentiation is 3. Why? Because 3 is constant function, differentiation of x with respect to x is 1 plus differentiation of 4 is 0, and that's why differentiation of this 3x plus 4 with respect to x is 3. Okay, and while integrating, whatever the differentiation of this again differentiable function, find out its differentiation and divide it. Divide the whatever the integration, divide it by 3, and that is plus constant of integration c. Suppose we have the function 1 upon ax plus b we have 1 upon ax plus b with respect to x. But we know that here the formula 1 upon x with respect to x, the integration is log of x. So here the integration will be log of ax plus b. But students, this ax plus b is again differentiable function. So differentiate ax plus b. What is its differentiation? Its differentiation is a, and divide it with a. Okay, and in this way we have to find out the integration. Okay, students, these are the basic rules of integration that we have to use while solving the integration. Okay, now suppose there are some basic rules. So which are the rules? The rules of integrations. Just like as differentiation, there are the rules of integrations. Suppose f and g are the real value integrable function of x, then integration of f of x plus g of x with respect to x, take the integration of both the functions separately, that is integration of f of x plus integration of g of x. Suppose again integration of f of x minus g of x with respect to x. Its integration is, that is integration of f of x with respect to x minus integration of g of x with respect to x. That means take their integrations separately. Now suppose k is any constant number. K is any constant number, then integration of k into f of x with respect to x is. So keep this constant aside, that is k as a constant, and take the integration of the function f of x with respect to x. So these are the basic rules that we have to use while solving the problems of integrations. Okay students, now let us solve an example of integration. So first, suppose integrate. The problem is that integrate x raised to 3 plus 3 raised to x with respect to x. So students, to solve this problem, there is addition of two functions. First, take their integrations separately, that is integration of x raised to 3 with respect to x plus integration of 3 raised to x with respect to x. So students, now let us see which formula we have to use. So for the first function, for this first function, we have to use the formula, that is x raised to n formula. X raised to n formula, the value of n is 3 here. What is the formula for integration for x raised to n? That is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Students, so don't confuse between differentiation and integration while solving the problems. Okay. So in differentiation, x raised to n formula is n into x raised to n minus 1. And here it is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. This is the formula for first function. Okay. And that's why its integration will be, the value of n is 3, that is x raised to 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 plus. Now for the second function. For the second function, we have to use the formula integration of a raised to x with respect to x. And what is the formula? The formula is that a raised to x upon log of a. A raised to x upon log of a. And here the value of a is 3. The value of a is 3. And therefore the integration of second term, that is 3 raised to x, is 3 raised to x upon log of 3. Instead of a, there is 3, and now plus integration, constant of integration c, and this is the integration of x raised to 3 plus 3 raised to x with respect to x. Okay students, in this way. Now the next problem is that integration of evaluate integration of sin x plus 1 upon x plus 1 upon root x with respect to x. Okay students, so let us take the integration of each term separately. That is, integration of first function is sin x with respect to x plus integration of 1 upon x with respect to x plus integration of 1 upon root x with respect to x. Okay students, for the first function, we know that for the first function, that is integration of sin of x with respect to x is minus cos x. This is the direct formula for integration for the first function. Okay, for the second function, that is 1 upon x, that is integration of 1 upon x with respect to x is log x. That is again directly by using formula we can write the integration. But now see the third function. What is the third function? The third function is 1 upon root x. 1 upon root x with respect to x. Okay students, this 1 upon root x means 1 upon x raised to half with respect to x. We can shift the term to numerator. We will get x raised to minus half with respect to x. And now by using x raised to n formula, what is the x raised to n formula? That is equal to integration of x raised to n is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Okay students, so here integration of x raised to minus 1 by 2 means minus 1 by 2 is the value of n here. Okay, and now in the given formula put the value of n, we will get x raised to n means minus 1 by 2 plus 1 upon minus 1 by 2 plus 1, and this is equal to minus 1 by 2 plus 1 means x raised to half upon half, and this is equal to x raised to half means root x. X raised to half means root x upon 1 by 2, and that is equal to 2 root x. That is equals to 2 root x. Okay students, and in this way we can solve the integration. Okay, and hence now write down the integration of sin of x plus 1 upon x plus 1 upon root x whole with respect to x, and that is equals to, that is minus cos x plus log x and plus 2 root x and plus constant of integration. In this way, now the next problem is evaluate the integration of 2x cube minus 5x plus 3 upon x plus 4 upon x raised to 5. So let us take their integration separately. That is integration of, now suppose this is equal to, consider the integration of this function is equal to y. Okay, now suppose y equal to integration of 2x cube with respect to x. Let us take their integration separately, minus integration of 5x with respect to x plus integration of 3 upon x with respect to x plus integration of 4 upon x raised to 5 with respect to x. Okay students, now as suppose this is the given function and we have to integrate the function, let I is the integration of given function. Therefore, integration I equal to, here 2 is constant, so take outside integration of x raised to 3 with respect to x, minus 5 as a constant, integration of x with respect to x, plus this 3 as a constant, integration of 1 upon x with respect to x, plus 4 as a constant and integration of 1 upon x raised to 5 with respect to x. Now students, here to integrate this, integration of this by using x raised to n formula, the value of n is 3 here. Integration of x raised to n formula, the formula is that x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So value of n is 3 and that's why here 2 as a constant, x raised to n means x raised to 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1, minus 5 as a constant, x here x means x raised to 1. Okay, and therefore x raised to 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1, plus 3 as a constant, and here by using directly by using integration of 1 upon x, that is integration of 1 upon x with respect to x equal to log of x. By using this formula, integration of 1 upon x is log of x, plus 4 as a constant and integration 1 upon x raised to 5 means that is x raised to minus 5 with respect to x. But students, again by using x raised to n plus 1 formula, the value of n is minus 5 and that is plus 4 into x raised to minus 5 plus 1 upon minus 5 plus 1, and hence the total integration is now this is equal to 2 into x raised to 4 upon 4, 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 5 as a constant, x raised to 1 plus 1 is 2 upon 2, plus 3 log x, plus 4 into x raised to minus 4 plus 1, that is minus 4 upon minus 4, and hence integration I, this is equals to 2 by 4 means 1 by 2 x raised to 4 upon 2 minus 5 by 2 x square plus 3 log of x, plus minus 4 get cancelled, and this x raised to minus 4 we can write 1 upon x raised to 4, and this is the answer. This is the answer for given problem, and in this way we have to solve the problem. Okay students.